Hello and welcome back to the West Midlands Regional Cybercrime Unit YouTube channel. So in this week's video we're going to be talking about reporting for fraud and cybercrime and the various different routes for different kinds of things. So why should you report? First of all, you're potentially reducing the amount of scam communications you yourself are receiving. You might be making yourself a harder target for scammers. And also, which I think is the most important one, is you're protecting others from cybercrime. You might recognize that something is a scam and then just delete it, but someone else might not recognize that. And if you've reported it, it might be that all the malicious links and stuff that message links to have been taken down. So if someone else does click on something, you might have protected them. So as you can see from the figures on the screen, it's the reporting service for the NCSC with regards to scams and phishing has been incredibly successful. 13 million report received, and these figures are as of July 2022. 91,000 scams removed from 167,000 URLs. So it's very successful, but still not as much reporting as we would like. It's really important to do. So how do you report phishing or suspicious activity? So there's various ways you can receive it, and therefore there's various different ways you can report it. So if you receive a suspicious email, you can forward it onto report@phishing.gov.uk. You can simply just forward the message, you can forward it as an attachment, you can screenshot it then forward it, whichever you prefer. If you receive a suspicious text message, you can forward it to 7726. And all you need to do is just take a note of the number that the message has come from. You forward the message content to 7726 and then just send the number, and then that will be investigated by your telephone provider. If you don't have the ability or don't know how to forward messages, you can just screenshot the message and then send it to report@phishing.gov.uk. So if you have lost money from be it a phone call or a phishing message and you're worried about it, please report it to Action Fraud. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. And then finally, if you are suspicious of a website, you can actually report that URL to the NCSC. So there's a way you can do that on the NCSC website. And I'll link all of these down below. So this is Action Fraud. Action Fraud is the fraud and cybercrime reporting service for England and Wales. So as a business, you can get 24/7 live cyber reporting. So you can do that by submitting a report online, calling. It's the same with if you're a member of the public, but you don't get that 24/7 business reporting. However, you can do it on behalf of a victim. You can do it as a report as a witness, and you can also make an account on here as well. So that does have some benefits where if you've created an account and then submitted a report, you can kind of continue doing it. If you've partially completed it, you can track the progress, add information, you can call up to discuss the progress of the report, and you're also going to be able to receive updates by email. This website's also great as well because it talks about loads of different kinds of fraud. You've got an A to Z of fraud with all these different things. So if you feel like something's happened to you that doesn't quite feel right, you can look it up on here and try and perhaps identify what it is. We've got a newsroom as well. It's a really great service, and I cannot stress enough how important it is to report. It helps inform law enforcement of the threat landscape, and also it's going to help you and the rest of the public. Thank you so much for watching this video on reporting routes. For any more information on reporting and how to report, please visit the NCSC website and then the Action Fraud website. If you have been a victim of fraud or cybercrime, please contact Action Fraud or submit an online report on the website. As always, this video makes use of the latest guidance at the time of recording. Thanks again for listening.